Well, this is John Black, super chemist. This is a Pastafarian sermon, part 9, and if there might be part 9A, if there's a part B, I don't know if there will be or not. But what are we going over today? We're going over, should a wife submit and obey his, her husband? Let me see here. Let's go over. This is so ridiculous. You know what I mean? Everything that humans do are just. Do you hear yourselves talk? Do you hear yourself when you? It's like the thing with the, the illegal aliens, right? We want the illegal aliens, to come and pick our crops, because they'll do it for less money. Less money means they're going below minimum wage, you know what I mean? You don't hire an illegal alien and break the law unless you're going to. And these are the business people. What's funny is they say the business people and the rich, they're just horrible, horrible people. Well, then why would then they would definitely only hire an illegal to pay them less, right? But they say that they paying them a whole bunch of money. They ain't. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, okay? And what kind of crops you trying them to... So that's slave wages. Anything below minimum wages, that's literally the definition of slave wages. And then what kind of crop... let's just pick a crop. How about cotton, right? And the illegal aliens, what color are they? They're black, right? Black and brown, most of them. So let's just say black. And let's do that sentence again, right? I want black people to pick cotton for slave wages. Do you see how crazy it sounds? But they say, well, I want the illegal aliens to pick crops, for lower wages. Yeah, it sounds better their way, but it's the same thing. It's all doublespeak. Anyways, I just want you to hear how stupid and idiotic this question is. Should a wife submit to her husband? Ain't obey it, really. Let's just listen. Let's just listen to the proposal that a man gives, to the woman. Okay, let's just listen about it. Right now, the man gets on his knee, gives her a, $3,000 ring, 1,000, somewhere between 1,000 and 3,000. If you pay more than that, you're an idiot, or else you're super, super rich, where you can just burn money. So let's listen to the proposal, okay? He's got a ring, he's on his knee, and he looks up to the woman, and he says, listen, I love you, and I propose that I will submit to you, okay? Here, I'm going to read it, because I already wrote this in a post, and that's why I'm doing this video. So, I will submit to you, the woman, and a total stranger, right? A boss that I hate, for 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I'll do that forever, right? And when I'm home, I'll submit to you, the woman, and take out the garbage, do oil change, cut grass, weed whack, clean gutters, etc., 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 okay? So now we're up to 55 hours a week, right? And when someone breaks into the house, I will submit to you. Right? I'll submit to you. You just sit there and just lay back and relax. I'll go take care of the dangerous man that just broke into our house to kill us. And if need be, I will die doing that. While I'm submitting to you, I will die if I have to. Okay? And when the bullets are flying, when we're in public or whatever, I will submit to you. Okay? And I will jump on your body and cover your body up and die for you if those bullets hit me. That's how much submission I'll give you, okay? And when 100% of the bills come in, right, I will submit to you, woman. And you just sit there, I will do it. I will submit to you. And I will pay 100% of those bills and not make you pay a penny. And, and that will take me like 55 hours a week, right? Forever, for our whole marriage, right? And so that'll be 55 hours a week submitting to you. And not only do I have to submit, not only am I willing and happy to submit to you for 55 hours a week? I want you to keep in consideration that 50 of those hours that I go to work and travel to work and travel at home to get back home, that 50 hours every week, I'm also submitting to my boss, my boss's boss, and the owner of the company. So I'm submitting to 3 total strangers that I don't even like or know really. And I'm submitting to you, and I'm doing that for 50 hours. And at the same time, I'm submitting to you for 50 plus an extra 5 hours when I'm at home. I'll submit to you. And I will, some of these submissions, when I submit to you, might kill me. I might die stopping the bullets, stopping the burglar, stopping the mugger. But I'm happy to do it because I love you. Okay? And all I ask is that you take care of the house and the kids. And for the first decade, you might have to work 47 hours a week. Because we're going to have babies, you know what I mean? And, you know, so let's just, it's going to be less than 10 years, but let's just say, make it round numbers, you know, the first decade, you'll be working 47 hours, you know, compared to my 55. But then, 10 years later, all the kids will be in school. You have an army of helpers to help you around the house. So you're going to go down to like, you know, what do I have down here, 30 hours a week. And then when a decade after that, all the kids are going to be out of the house. And your 30 hours will go down to 20 hours. Well, I'm still at 55 hours. Yours at 20. And that's for the next 20 years and the next, until we die, you know what I mean? And my 55 hours I will do forever, and I will do all that submission for you, okay? But since, you know, I put so much more hours in working each week than you, you know what I mean? All I ask is maybe in return 1 hour a day, 7 hours a week, where you submit to me, a person who you love, and you never, ever, ever, not even for 1 second, do you ever have to submit to any total stranger, any boss, only one person, me, the person that you love, and only 7 hours a week is all I ask. If I want to have sex, you know, get me a sandwich, you know, rub my shoulders, you know, get me a beer, at least give me 1 hour a day, or less sometimes. Sometimes I won't want sex. And it'll be less that you gotta be submissive. But let's just say an hour every day, 7 days a week. You're still working only 54 hours the first decade compared to my 55. And then next year, you'll be working, the next decade, you'll be all the way down to 37 hours. I'm still working 55. And then when kids are out of the house, you'll be down to still, with it, even with the submission that you're going to give me, you'll still only be working 27 hours a week compared to my 55. Okay? And I think that's all I ask here. Let me see. And I will obey your wishes of paying the bills and protecting you and doing all the stuff that I just said, where I'm going to submit to you because I love you. And I submit to all these other people that are total strangers, my bosses. All I ask from you, okay, is that you would do that for me, okay? And that, and what, the woman, I can't even fathom that a woman would say back at this proposal, but this is the way it happens. Are you crazy? This is slavery. How dare you think that I should have to submit to anyone, even for 1 second? I should not have to submit to 1 second, is what the woman replies back. Not even a second, especially for someone I love, especially for a freaking man. I should never have to, not even a second. That is slavery. You're a misogynist. This is, I don't understand how does everyone hear this proposal that you know, everyone gives the same proposal, right? Marriage proposal when you get married. Every man gives this proposal, and every man says, I will submit to you. He doesn't probably use these exact words, but we all know the man submits 55 hours a week by cutting the grass, changing the light bulb, fixing anything that's broken, cleaning the gutters, etc., 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 right? We know that. No woman will accept you if you don't submit and do that, right? So, I don't even understand. Why is this a question? But to answer the question, yes! You should submit and obey, and you should freaking get down on your hands and knees and be grateful about it. What the? This is insane. This is insane. It's insane. It's insane that anyone would even ask or think, I don't know, is it fair? Really? If you're a man out there and you go up to a woman and you propose to her, because that's what you're saying. You're not saying it verbatim, but you know you're saying what I just said. You know it. Don't freaking lie, okay? You're saying exactly what I said, but a lot of it's implied. And you accept a woman that gives you this reply? That she's so much better than you and everybody else on the planet? That she shouldn't have to submit or obey anyone even for a second. Even though everyone on the planet submits. Everybody. Everybody's a leader and everybody's a follower, man. The mother might be the follower to the husband, but she's a leader to her kids. Just like the man, he might be a leader to the wife and the kids and that. But he's a follower when he goes out to do his job. We all follow. Like this thing, like most people are followers. The leaders are always the little amount of people, right? The followers are most people. This stuck-up attitude, okay? So if you have a woman that thinks like this, that being a follower is some horrible thing, basically she's saying that all people suck. That they're just little bitches because they're followers. Do you really want a woman like that? Do you want one like that teaching your kids and stuff? And then you got the second thing, right? What does a woman say? Every one of them, on purpose. I look for a man who is smarter, better with money, taller, stronger, better than me in every way, more endurance, more everything. Okay. And, but I'm equal to you. And if you don't think I'm equal, even though, if you don't pretend that you're not better than me, even though I just said I look on purpose, I can't accept a man who is not better than me. You know what I mean? I can't do it. See, if you have a woman who does that, and they all do it, okay, all of them, then that woman is crazy. This is like me I'm homeless, right, for 30 years. Never had a business, never had no education, no nothing. I get in business with Bill Gates or Elon Musk, right? And every time I want to, every time he wants to make a decision, I am saying, I'm equal to you, Elon Musk, the guy who made $200 billion, and I've been homeless. I should have the same amount of say as you, Or this thing where, I got to know where the money goes. I got to know this. I got to know that. If you're better with the money, the woman, right? Then why did you, you literally found this man on the premise that he's better than you, makes more than you, better with money, smarter. Why would you even say anything? Why would you even say one word to the person that you purposely picked? You don't force them to be submissive. They force you to be dominant. Even the most helpful woman says what? I can only accept a leader. I can't respect any man that ain't a leader. They're forcing you, not the other way around. So if you find someone who's a woman saying, oh, we got to be partners, or we got to be equal, no hierarchy, you need to get rid of that woman. She's crazy. She's a nut job. She's non-binary is what it is. She's a non-binary woman, and what you need is a real woman.